This is your Egalitarian AF Truth Report. We're here to share headlines from all around the world, stories exposing violence, displacement, and government actions shaping life for millions. We're here to speak independent truth. Let's get into it. In Gaza, at least 12 people died during severe winter storms as ongoing ceasefire violations continued. Humanitarian organizations report that 27,000 tents were destroyed, leaving displaced families without shelter amid heavy rain and cold temperatures. Flooding, hypothermia, and illness are increasing due to damaged infrastructure and overcrowding. Extreme weather becomes fatal when populations are denied protection. Free Palestine. In Gaza, schools reopened despite continued attacks on daily life. Teachers and administrators say reopening classrooms provide children with psychological stability, education continuity, and protection from long-term trauma. Aid agencies note that many schools have been damaged or destroyed during previous operations. Education in conflict zones becomes an act of survival, not normalcy. Free Palestine. In Venezuela, the U.S. government announced tighter sanctions and plans to seize additional oil tankers operating near Venezuelan waters. Officials in Caracas warned that further seizures would disrupt fuel access and civilian supply chains. International maritime law experts note that seizing commercial vessels outside formal multilateral authorization raises legal and escalation risks. Economic pressure at this scale directly impacts food, transportation, and electricity access for civilians. Free Venezuela. In Washington, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer declined to rule out support for regime change in Venezuela. Political analysts say public normalization of regime change language increases instability and undermines diplomatic resolution. Historically, such interventions have resulted in prolonged economic hardship and regional displacement. Rhetoric alone can shape policy outcomes long before military action occurs. Please take note that both Democrats and Republicans are in support of this regime change, basically. In Minneapolis, ICE agents violently arrested a Somali American U.S. citizen after witnesses say he was racially profiled. Video and eyewitness accounts indicate officers escalated force despite the individual presenting identification. Civil rights advocates say the case highlights persistent racial bias within immigration enforcement. When citizenship fails to prevent targeting, equal protection under the law is undermined. This is their plan, and there's more to come. In Khartoum State, Sudanese authorities reported recovering 15,000 bodies from neighborhoods, schools, and public spaces. Many areas were previously inaccessible due to active fighting. Medical and humanitarian workers say delayed access significantly increased fatalities and decomposition. When schools and homes become recovery sites, civilian infrastructure has fully collapsed. And this is all caused by the UAE, Israel, and the US. Free Sudan. In eastern Congo, more than 400 civilians were killed in renewed fighting despite a US mediated peace deal announced days earlier. Local organizations report that armed clashes resumed almost immediately, displacing families and cutting off aid routes. Analysts say peace agreements without enforcement mechanisms rarely protect civilians. Diplomatic announcements do not equal safety on the ground. But we knew this, especially when the U.S. is involved in a peace deal with Congo, because they're taking their resources. Free the Congo. These stories show how war, displacement, policy decisions, and militarized systems impact families, communities, and entire nations. Your awareness helps to challenge silence and uplift those living through these crises. Silence is complicity. We must take action. Speak out. Free Palestine, free Sudan, free Yemen, free Congo, free all oppressed people. This is your Egalitarian AF Truth Report. Stay loud, stay aligned, stay egalitarian AF. And follow us on these social media platforms, please and thank you.